Ever wondered what you are missing and what might be Disney World's most iconic land? Let's take a full tour of Main Street, USA in Magic Kingdom. I'm Quincy from AllEars, and we're going to check out the attractions, shopping, dining, and entertainment in this land. Maybe see some hidden details along the way. Hope you're excited. So Main Street, USA is the first land you'll enter when you get to the Magic Kingdom. It's the last land you'll leave. It is one of the most iconic lands in all of Disney World. And as Walt said, Main Street is everyone's hometown, the heartline of America. Cute squirrel. Hi, buddy. Are you having breakfast? Oh, bye.
It's a place I'd like to be, and it's back in Tennessee, where your friendly neighbors smile and say hello, say hello.
So there's actually only one true ride that you can access from Main Street, and that is the Walt Disney World Railroad. Unfortunately, it is closed right now due to construction on the Tron roller coaster over in Tomorrowland. We're not sure when it'll reopen, but hopefully it's soon. I just almost fell in this trolley track. When the train is open, it's a 15 to 20 minute journey with no height requirement around Magic Kingdom. It has stations in Storybook Circus over in Fantasyland and Frontierland as well. It's my personal favorite way to get around Magic Kingdom, so I really hope it comes back soon because it's been closed for several years at this point. I really, really miss it. It is so charming and delightful. And of course, it was born from Walt Disney's love of trains. One of my favorite facts about the trains is that the locomotives at this point are around 100 years old. They're named Walter E. Disney, the Roy O. Disney, the Lily Bell, and the Roger E. Broggie. Walt and Roy, of course, being the Disney brothers, Lily Bell being named after Walt's wife, and Roger E. Broggie was an Imagineer who shared the love of trains. Tron Light Cycle Run over in Tomorrowland does not have an opening date at this time, so we're not sure when Walt Disney World Railroad will come back, but you can keep an eye on AllEars.net for all the updates. Follow us on social media and we'll let you know. Main Street is relatively easy to overlook just because it doesn't have a lot of rides. You think,
oh, it's just kind of gotta walk through, see the shopping.
But there's a lot to see in this land, and I encourage you not to miss it. There is one of the 50th anniversary statues in this land. It's Lady and the Tramp. They are so cute. These are actually one of my favorite statues from the 50th anniversary. Main Street is a very popular photo spot, and you'll find photographers all around, usually with lines, but it's also home to this flag. I know what you're thinking, Quincy. Who cares about a flag? I do. This is a really tall pole. I've been panning for a while. Like, my back is really uncomfortably bent. This flag is significant because it is a real American flag. It is raised and lowered every day, and it's actually lowered typically with a ceremony called the Flag Retreat. If it is taking place when you're here, it's held at 5 p.m., and a veteran from the military acts as the veteran of the day and helps with the flag lowering, which is super neat. If you are a veteran and you want to participate, you might ask at City Hall to see if you could act as the veteran of the day. What's especially interesting about that big main flag is that the other flags on Main Street, USA are lying to you. That's because none of them are true American flags. They're all missing a stripe or maybe some stars, so they don't have to be raised and lowered every day. Another very famous and significant statue here in Magic Kingdom on Main Street is the statue of Roy Disney with Minnie Mouse. Roy, of course, was Walt's brother who saw the completion of Disney World after Walt's death. And if you want to cry, you should watch Roy's dedication speech to Walt Disney World. I'm going to cry thinking about it. It's an emotional thing for people who love this park. Let's pop out to the entrance area real quick because there are a few things to note out here. For one, you're definitely going to want to check out the Mickey flower bed. It's iconic. It's a beautiful photo spot. Right now it's got that 50th celebration banner as well. Out front of the park is also where you can find locker rental, wheelchairs, and this newsstand usually has a few other items as well, but it is closed right now. Speaking of City Hall, hot ticket location right here. Not the most exciting, but it is important nonetheless. City Hall sits at the center of three buildings. You've got City Hall, the Chamber of Commerce to the left here, and the Main Street Fire Station to the right. City Hall and these other three buildings are where you'll find guest relations information and lost and found, so lots of necessities over here. There's also this beautiful alcove where prior to the 2020 park closures, you could meet Snow White occasionally, so that meet and greet hasn't returned, but it could one day. That photo spot's still there. Speaking of characters, I see some coming right now. Main Street is a great spot to see characters because all of the character cavalcades do come through Main Street, and so do some limited sort of character sightings like this Main Street vehicle sighting with Piglet, Eeyore, Winnie the Pooh, Rabbit, and Tigger, all referenced in the 100 Acre Wood. Aww, they're all so cute. I just want to hug them. Between City Hall and the fire station, you'll find some restrooms. Anytime other than fireworks or park close, these restrooms are some of my favorites. They are relatively large, which makes it pretty easy. You don't have to wait. Usually they're not overly crowded. Now during park close and fireworks, they do get crowded, so just be warned. The Main Street Fire Station is a delightful stop because it's got a historic fire engine on display. This is fire engine number 71, and it's so neat. It's around a turn of the century fire truck, basically, except not really a truck. There are also patches collected from fire stations around the country and police departments and such. It's awesome theming back in here. And it's also a nice quiet spot because not a lot of people step in here since there's not too much of a real purpose to. So prior to the 2020 closures, one of Main Street's attraction was the Main Street vehicles, which had streetcars, antique cars, jitneys, and the fire engine that you could actually ride around in. Now, unfortunately, that offering has not returned. Another one that I really hope does, because it's certainly charming, adds a lot to this land. Did you know that Magic Kingdom actually has a real barbershop? So it has not reopened. However, Harmony Barbershop is an actual spot where you can actually get your hair cut. We definitely took my brother here when he was pretty young, which was awesome. You can also get pixie dusted here, which is where they toss some pixie dust in your hair. May or may not look a lot like glitter. Unfortunately, Harmony Barbershop still closed. Another thing I'm sad about, because if I'm gonna get a haircut, I'm gonna do it in Magic Kingdom. Do you think the Harmony Barbers could give me a mohawk if I asked? Alright, there's lots to see on Main Street, but I just can't continue without saying hi to my friend Mickey Mouse, who you can meet right here on Main Street, USA at Town Square Theater. So typically, when you meet Mickey Mouse at the spot, he wears his magician outfit. However, right now, for the 50th anniversary through the end of 2022, Mickey's going to be wearing his 50th anniversary outfit, which is so cute, and I'm so excited to go see him. Town Square Theater also typically holds a meet and greet for Tinkerbell. That has yet to return, but like all the things that have yet to return, keep an eye on AllEars.net and on our socials for updates. It's about a 20-minute wait to meet Mickey Mouse right now. It was 30 minutes a little earlier. I mean, 20 minutes is a small price to pay to see Mickey Mouse, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's not for you, but for me, I'm gonna see Mickey. This waiting area is indoors and air conditioned. You can see posters from Mickey Mouse's magician show on the wall, which is so cute. One thing to keep in mind is that character meet and greets have been replaced with character sightings for the time being. That means that you will be socially distanced from Mickey and there will not be a PhotoPass photographer in the room. However, you're welcome to take selfies or have someone in your party take photos of you. And you get to chat with Mickey from just a nice, safe social distance. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Does meeting Mickey Mouse make you want to cry? Maybe. He looks so dapper in his 50th outfit. I love him. I'm so happy that we can do meet and greets with him again, even if they are at a distance. It's just so great to see Mickey and take a photo with him. And then you exit through retail. So when you're through meeting Mickey, you'll exit through Curtain Call Collectibles, which is one of Town Square Theater's merchandise locations. Lots of classic character merchandise in here. There's a Peach shirt, all sorts of Mickey merchandise, of course. So great spot. You don't have to meet Mickey to come in here. You can just walk right in the front door. But this is the first of many merchandise locations. This is also one of the few spots in Magic Kingdom where you can get your Mickey ears embroidered or many other things. So you can just talk to the cast members to see what options are available for embroidery and get everything personalized. Makes a great gift. And Box Office Gifts is also located in the lobby of Town Square Theater. Lots of Mickey and Minnie ears in here and baseball caps, mostly headwear, and a couple of camera things too, camera supplies and stuff like that. So if you need that or a fuel rod, this is a good place to stop in. It's also got a PhotoPass station where you can purchase Memory Maker for all those Cinderella Castle photos you were taking outside with the PhotoPass photographers. And you'll find our first Main Street restaurant with Tony's Town Square Restaurant. This is an Italian table service restaurant. It is themed around Lady and the Tramp. And I guess eating there would be a Bella Notte. This is not one of AllEars' favorite restaurants. The food tends to be hit or miss. But if you are looking for Italian food, if you're looking for an easy meal or an easier to get reservation, Tony's can be a good option. But expect pretty basic Italian food. Beautiful location though, and a beautiful restaurant with these wonderful windows, that turn of the century theme you can see all the way around Main Street. And a secret detail, kind of hidden right now due to stroller parking being right here, but this is Lady and the Tramp's footprints and a little heart from Lady and the Tramp, just outside of Tony's. This is the night, what a beautiful night. And they called it Bella Notte. All right, I'm feeling like I can maybe go for a treat. So I think that I know where we should go. And that's right in here, to the Confectionary. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells like cotton candy. And I can see why. So Main Street Confectionary was refurbished last year, and it is amazing now. I mean, it was amazing before, but it's extra amazing now. If you've got a sweet tooth, this is a must stop. There is a new theme here where the Sweetest Spoon Showcase is going on, and a couple master confectioners are competing. And you can see little details of that theme around the confectionery while you're shopping for your sweets. Confectionery has lots of prepackaged candy. It has this amazing M&M wall and a beautiful, stunning, spectacular bakery case. If they would cut it up for me, I would get a caramel apple right now. But my teeth can't handle a not cut up caramel apple, unfortunately. You can get Goofy's Glaciers in here, which are frozen beverages that are very tasty, especially on a hot day. Not like today. I think I'll skip the glacier. And then you can, of course, see into where they're making the sweets, which I love doing. Looks like they're putting together some Mickey Rice Krispie treats. And one of the most exciting additions is this candied popcorn area, where you can actually kind of build your own popcorn mix at the Kernel Kitchen. You get to pick your popcorn, select the syrup, and combine with candies. So I'm allergic to traditional buttered popcorn, but I actually think that I might be able to make something that I can eat here, and that sounds like a good snack to me. Or a Mickey Rice Krispie treat. What do I do? Popcorn. I gotta do the popcorn. Yum. Okay, I've literally been waffling between this and the Rice Krispie treat, and I just looked at it and I think I've made my decision. I'm just worried my combination is gonna be gross. So I definitely want the cheddar popcorn, but what do I mix in with cheddar? Listen, if I make something weird, don't judge me. I'm the one who has to suffer the consequences. I have excellent news. I talked to a confectioner, and the butter they use isn't the kind that they use at the movie theater that I'm allergic to, which means I got to have regular butter popcorn, which is good because I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do with the cheddar base. It was gonna be dicey. But I got a regular popcorn. I guess I'll show it to you and tell you what it is. So I got a regular butter popcorn base with the dark chocolate syrup, pretzels, and M&Ms, just regular M&Ms. I didn't want to get too crazy because I have a really bad habit of making horrible concoctions when I have free reign, so I just went with the safe choice. This is a great tip though. If you do have any allergies like I do, you can talk to Disney cast members and they are very good about helping out here. Just make sure you communicate it. I did a good job. I will say, popcorn is probably not the choice if you want really fresh, like delicious hot popped kernels. Let's go to one of the popcorn stands. There's one right behind me. We'll go see it in a second. But if you want a fun mix or a fun activity, kids would love to build their own popcorn mix, I feel like. They have Skittles. Let's go to the Kernel Kitchen. I did pick a pretty good spot to eat my popcorn because, as you can see, Main Street is the path for every single character cavalcade comes through here, and when parades return, besides just the Christmas parade that recently returned, it'll come around through here too, so that's something great about Main Street. You have a good chance of seeing characters if you come through around a parade or cavalcade time. Very good chance. My face is covered in chocolate, and my hand definitely is, so I'm gonna go make use of that bathroom I like. As you can see, I still have a lot of popcorn left. So it's certainly a shareable snack, if you can agree on toppings, that is. It's also really good, although I will say get napkins, because my hands were like completely covered in chocolate. I felt like I was 6, it was great. Or Molly, could have felt like I was Molly. Before we continue on Main Street, let's just check out a few more things. Remember I mentioned there's a regular popcorn cart right over here, where you can fill up reusable popcorn buckets, or just get yourself some popcorn that isn't smothered in chocolate with a bunch of toppings. It's maybe a little hotter, fresher. Depends on what you're looking for. Though the upper level of the train station isn't open right now, due to the fact that the trains aren't running, and that's where there are characters and shows appearing, you can check out some super cool historic knickknacks on the bottom level of the train station. Lots of like actual real train history things, and a couple placards that tell you all about Walt Disney's history with trains and the locomotives. Also, there's this super cute arriving and departing trains board. It was so neat. Unfortunately, there are no actual trains arriving or departing. I'm fine. It's fine. And Magic Kingdom stroller rental is actually located under the train station. Right now, while the train isn't running, my favorite part of the train station is on the actual entry pathways into Magic Kingdom. There are tons of attraction and show posters that are super neat and stylized. If you got a few extra seconds, take a look at them. They're so cool. I really like posters like this. I wish I could own all of these. I will say it's kind of tricky to make your way up Main Street when the cavalcades just keep coming. Our next stop is Main Street Emporium. This is very exciting. This is a huge merchandise location here in Magic Kingdom. In fact, it's one of the largest merchandise locations in any of the Disney World theme parks. If you're looking for souvenirs, there's a good chance you might find something you like in here. The Emporium is a great many rooms. It stretches almost the entire length of Main Street. It butts right up to Casey's Corner right at the top of Main Street. You can wander in here for a while. First room's gonna be pretty apparel focused. Some souvenirs. Wait, these are cute. Oh, do I need this very flat Quasimodo plush? The next room of the Emporium is a seasonal room. Right now, despite it being the first week of the new year, Christmas merchandise is still up. That's why you'll see decorations in part of this video and not others. We want to show what this part of the park looks like without decorations, but I am filming while they have yet to take down Christmas decorations. So, you get some B-roll from the future, some B-roll from the past. You've got snacks and mugware and picture frames and a cute Alice in Wonderland collection. Alright, I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry, I'm trying to show you the store. But look at this pillow. Do I need that for my couch? Look at that jewelry tray. The next room is the 50th anniversary room right now, and probably will stay that way for quite some time. The celebration is 18 months long, started in October, so I think that means it ends in December. It's math, right? Sorry, but this giant Cinderella Castle is not for sale. More fashions. One thing to keep in mind is that some Disney World stores now have this mobile checkout feature, which is in the My Disney Experience app. This is an awesome way to save time and skip the line, especially at World of Disney and Disney Springs. You can scan the barcode of what you're purchasing using that feature and then apply any discounts that you might have all in the app, pay in the app, and the cast member will check your receipt at one of the designated exits. So way easier in many cases than waiting in what can be very long merchandise lines. See, look at this chaotic line you could skip with the mobile checkout. Finally, you've got a room for headwear, some jewelry, and then this very final room that butts right up to Casey's Corner has a couple of t-shirts, some more apparel, some kids apparel and stuff like that. So, and a fill rod machine. So that's the Emporium. It's pretty big. And again, I think you'd be hard pressed to find or to not find something that you like in here. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of items of merchandise. If you are looking to shop at the Emporium, you'll notice that it's probably pretty crowded most times of day. It is going to be most crowded around the end of the day when people are leaving, and probably around fireworks time, but mostly around when people are leaving because nobody wants to carry their souvenirs around all day, so they come and grab them right at the end of the day. A great time to do your shopping then is the middle of the day around lunchtime or in the like 10 a.m.-ish time. Not right when the park opens because lots of people walk right by the Emporium and are like, let's pop in. But a little later in the morning is a good time too. It's still pretty crowded in there and it's like mid-afternoon, so you might not have a crowd-free experience at the Emporium, but hopefully you'll find some good souvenirs. One very important thing to remember in Magic Kingdom is to look up at the Main Street windows as you're walking through. The windows of Main Street are actually an honor for Disney legends in many cases. There are windows designated to Walt Disney, Roy Disney, plenty of famous Imagineers. If you look up, they have some awesome details that usually coincide with what those Imagineers were famous for or beloved for. And good news, if you want to hear more about those Main Street windows, Molly put out a Secrets of Magic Kingdom video. It covers all those Main Street windows, plus a ton of awesome secrets across all of Magic Kingdom. So I definitely recommend giving that a watch. A trip to Main Street would not be complete without being able to select some balloons. There are Mickey balloons and Frozen balloons. Lots of things for kiddos. Just keep in mind those can be a little unwieldy throughout the day, but they are a good way to help identify your stroller. As I mentioned earlier, the train station is a great spot to see characters and shows. Earlier I spotted the Dapper Dance, and now it looks like the entire Sensational 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I don't even know what it would be called if it's all 8 of them. Extravagant 8. Excellent 8. But they're all out with some of their parade dancers. Waving at guests and saying hi, and they are all in their cute 50th wear. My favorite, like OG Disney character is Donald. What's yours? Tell me in the comments. So just in the hour and a half I've spent on Main Street, I've seen 20 characters between the cavalcades and seeing characters up on the train station. And I haven't even seen the Princess Cavalcade, which I did spot from a distance earlier, so I know it's going around today. So Main Street, great place to see characters if you hang out here for a little bit. Also true of Frontierland, although you won't be able to see like the 100-acre wood house. So to put in perspective from the outside, Main Street stretches from that corner all the way down there. Casey's Corner is only in that little last section of building, so Emporium is massive. Our next stop is Main Street Cinema. This is another merchandise location. Tons of those on Main Street, U.S.A. This one's actually my favorite right now because it houses the Disney Vault collection, which was released as a part of the 50th anniversary celebration and is so neat. The Vault collection has a lot of like throwback merchandise that looks just like it's straight out of the 70s. It's super cool stuff. This is my friend Duckfist's personal favorite spot in the entire Magic Kingdom right now because he loves Mr. Toad and hates that Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is gone. I will say some of this merchandise is super cute and some of it feels very 70s, like this Mickey visor. It's cute, but it's weird.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful.
There are also inexplicably a lot of spoons in here. Is that a 70s thing? It's gotta be a 70s thing, right? Why the spoon? All right, I've recovered from my spoon confusion. So moving on to our next stop. Our next merchandise location is right here at Uptown Jewelers. This is where you're gonna find some higher end souvenirs, some designer brands and things like that, and some very cute bags in most cases. You'll usually find like dress shop style dresses. I love this Walt Disney World Railroad purse, although I feel like it's an insult to me personally that the railroad is still closed. This is a great area to find Junie and Burke bags and magic bands, jewelry, and things like that. There's an entire Pandora selection in here as well. Lounge flies can also be found in here. You can also occasionally find designer Mickey ears in here, like these Gerard Mariana hipster Mickey ears, which came out last year or 2 years ago. What is time? If you had to guess how much these mini ears are, what would you say? Would it perhaps be $750? These ones are $225. Even more, $1,000. Are those real crystals? They must be, right? This is also a lot of the times where I get my Bobble Bar jewelry. And what was our previous total? 20 characters? About to add to it. There's Merida. Usually the princesses are on a foot, but they're all walking today. It looks like most of them. Merida, Aurora, Princess Elena, Princess Jasmine. Oh, they're so beautiful. Mulan, my favorite, and Ariel, fellow redhead. And Belle, Snow White, Cinderella, and Tiana. Alright, that means that we have seen 30 characters today. I think that'll be our max, but 30 characters without leaving Main Street. Pretty good. So just off of Main Street, there's this little side street, which is actually one of my favorite spots in Magic Kingdom. Tends to be a little emptier than the main street, and you still get that adorable Main Street theming. Plus, there are silhouette artists out here who can do silhouettes for you. They are so cool. I have one of these. They make me feel like Peter Pan. Oh my gosh. Look at this one with the mask on. These are such a unique and gorgeous souvenir. They make me feel like I'm in Peter Pan, and watching the artists do these is so cool. Otherwise, there's not too much going on down here. A few more windows where you can do some window shopping for these surrounding stores. Lots more of those Main Street windows to look at too. And again, it is just quieter. It's a good place for a break. I actually take meetings back here when I need to take a meeting while I'm in the park. Because it is a little quieter. It's nice. Another hidden detail for you. Sometimes you can actually hear voice lessons coming from this voice and singing private lessons window up here. Sounds like maybe the instructor's on vacation. I haven't heard him in a little while, but worth a listen to see if you can hear him. And that takes us to our next location, Crystal Arts, and you're gonna want to see what's in here. There is some even wildly more expensive stuff than the last location. Very, very unique crystal offerings. I like to walk through here and take a look around, even if I'm not in the market for any crystal, which this might surprise you, but I am not typically. Back here, they have a full working glass blowing studio where you can actually sometimes see artisans creating some of the merchandise that you can buy in this store. It looks like that's probably not a kiln, but I'm gonna go with kiln. Looks like it's on, but there's no note for when the next demo will be. I can feel that fire from here. That thing is hot. Anyway, if I had a castle, I would be drinking out of these goblets constantly. Wow. Look at Anna. I love her. Some stuff in here is certainly more affordable than others. Like these little glass swans are probably something that pretty much anyone could snag. They've also got personalization for many of the crystal offerings, like these glasses here. Good news, we wanted to see an artist at work. This one right here. Should I learn how to do that in my free time? Maybe. Something I always love looking at in the Arribas Brothers stores are these tiaras. I would love to have one and wear one. My favorite one is this one, I think, right now. Remember when I said that this store has something even more expensive than the last place? So here is Cinderella Castle, completely decked out in real crystals, and it is just a little pricey. Maybe not the kind of souvenir your average family is going to bring home. Just a meager $49,500. I actually got some jewelry from the Crystal Arts in Disney Springs that was Coco for Christmas. And I love it, and I meant to wear it today and I forgot. But it's expensive, so maybe that's okay. That's a very cool merchandise store. I forgot about this. So if you're wondering who the Arribas Bros are, this is some of their work. Very famous glass breakers. This is by Miguel Arribas. And some of their work is shown in museums, so clearly extremely talented. All right, next up we've got Main Street Bakery, which is actually a Starbucks. I'd recommend if you want a full bakery case to go down to the Confectionary, because this one's gonna have mostly Starbucks treats with a few special Disney items. And you know what? I could go for some coffee. Let's pop in. So I have never come in here in recent years and not had a line this long be the case. So if you are have a limited time in Magic Kingdom, I wouldn't recommend grabbing coffee here. I certainly wouldn't recommend grabbing coffee in the morning here or over at the Joffrey's in Tomorrowland. I would maybe wait until around lunchtime. It is later than lunchtime right now and it's still super crowded in here. But if you head over to the Joffrey's around lunchtime in Tomorrowland, you can get a coffee without too much struggle. Or grab a cup at your hotel, at home, wherever you're coming from, so that you don't have to spend 15 minutes waiting for coffee when you could spend 15 minutes in line for, I don't know, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean. See, most of these pastries are Starbucks, except for a few things like that's a Disney 50th treat, and of course the Mickey Cinnamon Roll is Disney. Mostly just Starbucks. All right, coffee acquired, and our next stop is right here at Casey's Corner because it's lunchtime. And I'm so excited because this is my favorite quick service restaurant in Magic Kingdom for one reason and one reason only. Not this guy. Corn dog nuggets. Casey's Corner is an extremely popular quick service restaurant here in Magic Kingdom. They serve up hot dogs and things like that. It's themed around a famous Disney short, Casey at the Bat, which is really, really, really old. So it's a baseball theme. And this is where I get my beloved corn dog nuggets, which is really all that matters to me here. It's the only thing I ever get, but the hot dogs look amazing too, and they are amazing. I've had them. I just really like the corn dog nuggets. You can mobile order here at Casey's Corner, and I do recommend it. I usually like to do it in advance, although I didn't have any trouble ordering right when I wanted to today. You just place your order in the My Disney Experience app. Then when your order window opens, you can select in advance if you'd like, or right at that time if it's available. You tap I'm here, prepare my order, and then your order will let you know when it's ready with a push notification on your phone. All right, to go with my pistachio latte, by the way, which is super good iced if you like pistachio, I got corn dog nuggets and french fries. I didn't get any plastic cheese because I actually prefer to eat my corn dog nuggets with ketchup, but you can get plastic cheese for $1 here. And I'm also going to get honey mustard because Casey's Corner offers up lots of condiments. I will say all I've eaten today is popcorn and coffee. This is probably good. Before I lived here, I used to crave these like once a month, but I lived 9 hours away, so I wasn't getting them. And the ones at the grocery store just don't cut it. Casey's Corner corn dog nuggets are the only way to go. They are super crispy on the outside. They've got like a corn dough, so it's a little bit like grainier, just like on any corn dog. And then of course you've got really nice corn hot dogs, just like they serve all over at Casey's Corner. And the fries are super thin, super salty and delicious. Then you can get more salt if you prefer more salt. These are so good. These are the kind you want to like funnel in your mouth. And I plan to. I do feel sick, but not so sick that I need medical attention. But if I did need medical attention, what do you think of that transition? I'm right next to first aid. If you have any ailments, stop by First Aid. They even got single doses of headache medication. I have certainly utilized those. This is also where you'll find the baby care center, which is a great asset for moms. There's another baby care center over in Tomorrowland. Moms, dads, parents, whoever's taking care of the kiddo. They've got baby supplies if you need them or forgot them or ran out, diapers and baby food and all sorts of things. So you can just pop in and the lovely cast members in there will be happy to help you. And there's another restroom over here. This is probably my least favorite Main Street restroom. It's pretty crowded typically because it is the Casey's Corner restroom. And a lot of people feel similarly to the way I do about Casey's Corner. That is to say they love it. So it's usually pretty crowded. Near Casey's Corner is perhaps one of the most beautiful buildings in Magic Kingdom, which is really saying something. And there's a secret to this building that I will show you. So this is the gorgeous Crystal Palace restaurant. This is a table service restaurant. It is all you care to enjoy, buffet style. And it does, in normal times, it has featured the 100-acre wood palace that you can now see going up and down Main Street. Right now, no characters, but you still get that wonderful buffet. It's a beautiful building, and then it's also got a cute little subtle Winnie the Pooh theme with a Friendship Day celebration going on. And the secret about this building, so if you look at this side of the building, you'll see a lot of those more traditional turn-of-the-century details in like the way the porch looks and the way the windows look and the detailing. If you look to the right, the building's pretty similar, except something has changed. Those awnings and the foliage over here are a lot more adventurous, some might say. And that's because Crystal Palace actually sits on the border between Main Street and Adventureland. So the building, this little half and half, has differing details depending on what side you're on. If you're having trouble spotting this, it is most notable in the foliage. This greenery outside of Crystal Palace on the right side is certainly more Adventureland-esque, whereas the greenery here on the left side is a lot more manicured and looks a lot more like what you might see around the rest of the hub at Main Street, USA. All right, we gotta cross over to the other side, but I want to point out kind of an interesting feature of the hub here, which I'm tacking on in my Main Street tour, even though it's not technically in the land. Maybe it is. I don't know, complicated. But this is the hub grass right here. These little areas where folks are sitting and getting their rest in. This is a great spot to take a break midday. And since it is in the center of Magic Kingdom, it's pretty easy to get to. There are these little hub grass areas on either side of Cinderella Castle. They're a great spot to just rest, listen to the music, see the cavalcades go by. A lot of times these will close around fireworks times for selective or reserved viewing. So just keep that in mind. You'll be able to tell because there will be gates over the over the entrances. All right, here at the very edge of Main Street, USA is the Plaza Restaurant. This is another table service restaurant. They do serve up some American classics. So you're gonna see like sandwiches and things like that. You can go take a look at the menu. This one has some very prime location, beautiful windows that look out over the castle. If you get the right table at the right time, you can see the fireworks. I will note that the seating out here is not part of the Plaza Restaurant seating. This is quick service seating, mostly for the ice cream parlor, which we'll see in a second, and I see some folks eating Casey's over here as well. I see burgers, meatloaf, some fun stuff for the 50th as well. So this is just a fun little spot to grab a meal. Again, not my favorite table service in all of Disney World. It's not even my favorite in Magic Kingdom. And not typically my choice, but if you can't get that fireworks time table, it might be worth it even with the only okay food. And then right here on the corner of Main Street, you've got the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, which if you're looking for ice cream, this is the place to go in Magic Kingdom. Just a heads up, this line gets super long around fireworks time, but they have some amazing sundaes and classic ice cream treats, floats as well. Total vintage vibe in there, just like an old-timey ice cream parlor. And it smells amazing. I wish that YouTube had smell-o-vision so that you could smell what I'm smelling right now. The Magic Kingdom Hub is pretty prime location. I'm tacking it on as an extension of Main Street, USA. But here you can see Tomorrowland, entrances to Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Liberty Square, Frontierland, and Adventureland. It's the wheel and spoke. It's the way that Magic Kingdom was designed to make it a lot easier for people to actually navigate this theme park, and I have to say they really did it. I don't mind walking all the way across this park because it's pretty easy. And guess what? If you're curious about any of the other lands I just mentioned, you can check out my full tours of those because this is my final Magic Kingdom tour, and now we have an ultimate guide to Magic Kingdom. The hub has several snack stands. You can find popcorn over here on the right and pretzels over on the left, ice cream, typically on both sides. So if you need your Mickey bar, you're covered. I will warn you, that line is short right now, but around fireworks time, it's getting long. If you're looking for a basic around fireworks time, I recommend heading into Fantasyland or Frontierland, really any of the other lands, just to try to grab a Mickey bar so that you're in shorter lines than the ones that will accumulate here at the hub carts. I've seen cast members out taping these yellow lines. You might see that too while you're here. And that's because they're getting ready for fireworks viewing tonight. Obviously this entire area fills up with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. If you want to see those crowds for yourself, you can check out our Escaping Magic Kingdom video where we show what it takes to leave Magic Kingdom right when the fireworks are over, and it is a challenge. The hub does have a lot of classic characters represented in the 50th statues right now. Pluto and Goofy over here, Donald and Daisy over there, and then Mickey and Minnie are represented as well. But the most important statue and a very popular photo spot is right here at the Partner statue. We believe in our idea, a family park where parents and children could have fun together. And it's Walt Disney holding hands with Mickey Mouse. This is obviously a very famous photo spot, and they always have beautiful seasonal flowers here. I positively love this statue. I can't think of a Disney fan who doesn't. They've even got a PhotoPass photographer over here by the Mickey and Minnie statues. This is Main Street Philharmonic. Obviously a staple here on Main Street, an actual marching band. And of course, Main Street, USA leads all the way to the one and the only Cinderella Castle. The castle is 189 feet tall. It is glorious and gorgeous. It was recently repainted pink. You might see older pictures where it's blue and gray, or you might have seen it that way last time you were here. It's got lovely 50th detailing on it right now, and that will probably stick around through the end of the 50th celebration.
And now,
oh, they're playing on the stage. Castle does have a stage that is home to stage shows throughout the day. Right now, the Main Street Philharmonic is playing. In the morning, you can watch the Let the Magic Begin ceremony right when the park opens, which is awesome. It has characters. Prior to the park closure, there were also castle stage shows throughout the day that had characters. Also returning, we should see the Festival of Fantasy Parade this year, which is really awesome. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, amazing parade. I love it. My favorite float is the Tangled float with Flynn Rider swinging on the axes. If you want to learn more about Cinderella Castle and what's under it and in it, you can watch my Fantasyland tour, literally everything in Magic Kingdom's Fantasyland, to learn all about the murals at the bottom and the restaurant that you can dine in there. And at night, there's probably exactly one thing you care about at Cinderella's Castle, and that's going to be the fireworks show Disney Enchantment. So Disney Enchantment takes place nightly here at Magic Kingdom. Sometimes there are seasonal fireworks shows as well. People tend to stake out for fireworks spots hours in advance, but you don't necessarily need to do that. Cast members will guide folks to cluster up all throughout the hub and all the way down Main Street. With Disney Enchantment, there are actually projections up and down Main Street, USA. So it's entirely possible that you'll want to be a little further back from the castle than closer up. It's also a little easier to see fireworks if you're a little bit further back. But the show has projections, fireworks, it's amazing. Lasers, it's so cool. I love seeing it. So that's definitely kind of the creme de la creme of the hub here, is Disney Enchantment at night. Cinderella Castle also gets a beautiful beacon of magic lighting scheme for the 50th celebration. So at nighttime, you can see that as well. If you enjoyed this tour, you can go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing land tours in lots of other places. Let me know what you want to see next. I can tour any land and any of the theme parks. I've finished Magic Kingdom officially. So what do you want to see in Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Disney's Hollywood Studios? You let me know. And you can follow us on social media at AllEars.net as well for more updates. Otherwise, that just about does it for my tour of Main Street, USA. Now you can head over and watch one of my other Magic Kingdom tours. Maybe the one in Liberty Square, that was my favorite. Until next time, friends, I'm Quincy. See you soon. Bye!